seconds, yo.
Welcome to Studio G.
We are almost midway through the spring semester, so we want to highlight events and things happening not only on campus, but also around the community.
Don't go anywhere. Studio G starts right now. Thank you for joining us on Studio G. I'm Arturo Sanchez.
And I'm Jennifer Meza. We have an exciting show today from the Mountain West Basketball Conference, the Urban Adventure and Crime Scene, updates on Bonnie Springs, and much more.
An Amber Alert was issued last night in Wisconsin after 2-year-old Nolani Robinson turned up missing and her mother, Sierra Robinson, was killed in a double shooting. Take a look.
So it was him.
It happened in broad daylight near 91st and Mill.
Shot after shot.
Sierra Robinson, who was killed. Her family tells me she is Nolani's mother. She had come to Milwaukee from Las Vegas to pick her up. According to the Amber Alert release,
Authorities released the Amber Alert after Higgins failed to return Nolani to her mother, who traveled from Las Vegas to Milwaukee to pick her up. According to the Milwaukee Police Department, Higgins was arrested Wednesday for homicide and abduction. However, Nolani is still missing. The other woman that was shot is still in the hospital. We hear about these stories all the time. Let's just hope the baby is found safe and sound.
The 2019 Mount West Women's Basketball Conference kicked off last Sunday at the Thomas and Mack here at UNLV and ended yesterday with the Boys State taking championship title with a 68-51 win over Wyoming.
Defense for Fresno State. Our block on the post. First touch goes to the left hand and kisses it off the window for the first bucket zone. Strother on the baseline. Ball reversal. Kick into the corner, and a triple is up and in. Shot clock is down to 7. Katie Powell, NBA three from the top of the key, and she calmly knocks that down late in the shot clock. Far side, Powell, baseline cutter, turnaround jumper, 9 feet away. Anderson helping break the pressure in the backcourt. Gets it across the circle.
The San Jose Spartans 78-68, but was bumped out of the conference with a 72-67 loss to Boys State. UNLV was knocked out of the tournament in the first conference game for the third time in 4 years to Fresno State by 66-55 in the quarterfinals. UNLV made 11 of 20 attempts at the free throw line and turned over the ball 10 times more than Fresno State. The Lady Rebel of the game was senior Katie Powell, who was the only Lady Rebel in double figures with 17 points. Too many turnovers and poor free throws were thrown, which contributed to the loss. The tournament ended yesterday with a bang. This year makes the third consecutive year that Boys State has won the Mountain West tournament, joining New Mexico State as the only 2 teams to three-peat. Congratulations to Boys State. What a great tournament for our ladies so far.
I also agree. That means the men's tournament also kicked off yesterday at the Thomas and Mack. Boise State defeated Colorado State 66-57. New Mexico State beat Wyoming 78-68, and San Jose State lost to Air Force 87-56. Today is going to even be more exciting when UNR goes up against Boise State, and UNLV tries to stay in the bracket when they go head up with San Diego State.
It's going to be interesting to see who takes home the Mountain West Air Force Trophy this year.
Let's just hope it's going to be our Running Rebels.
Well, I guess we're going to have to wait and see till Saturday.
Yes, we will. UNLV is no stranger to crime on campus, but this semester, students and staff were more than shocked to discover a dead body on campus.
We want students to take. Number one is that we want them to understand what the different areas are in the College of Urban Affairs and understand the key areas that those departments work on. Whether it's understanding the motivation of offenders in criminal justice, or whether it's understanding how to work with the media and journalism, understanding leadership coming from psychology, public policy, and leadership, how to work together in groups, the importance of interpersonal communication. We want students to understand the fundamental cores that come from all the different areas in the college and learn how to apply them in a way that is exciting to them and hopefully will be very memorable. Our overall goal for this project is to give students a highly engaging and impactful interdisciplinary experience that brings together the different departments and schools within the College of Urban Affairs.
Now it's up to them to solve the urban adventure crime. They must take an assessment of the crime scene, review the evidence, talk to witnesses, detectives, and even the coroner office in the process. The actual crime scene was created by staff in Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Volunteers, students at Greenspun, were put in this scenario to utilize the skills they've learned throughout the semester to solve the crime. Joel Lieberman gave us insight into the project.
Whether it's understanding how to work with the media and journalism, understanding leadership coming from psychology, public policy, and leadership, how to work together in groups, the importance of interpersonal communication. We want students to understand the fundamental cores that come from all the different areas in the college and learn how to apply them in a way that is exciting to them and hopefully will be very memorable. Our overall goal for this project is to give students a highly engaging and impactful interdisciplinary experience that brings together the different departments and schools within the College of Urban Affairs.
What a better way to learn the hands-on experience. This is one of the many examples why UNLV is ranked high in the nation for diversity. The variety of teaching mechanics and opportunities to grow here are endless.
I'm sure it wasn't easy putting the scene together, and I also understand that Liverman found ways to make it interesting, not only for the staff, but for the students as well. So, you know, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Part has been seeing the students' reactions to everything, that they're going to a scene that's beyond what they expected and that requires them to apply knowledge that they've been learning over the past few weeks. The scene has been challenging for them. It's been one that at times has been stressful as they have to figure out what to do, but one that ultimately is very rewarding as they start to successfully do it.
OMG, I thought that was a real dead body for a second.
Yeah, it looked very, very real. And I think everyone did a great job setting the scene up because obviously it looks super realistic.
Right.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. When we come back, we have right after these messages.
The name of my show is Unknown Volume 2. My show is about study chill vibes. I play a lot of lo-fi music, and that's about it. Listen to my show and basically feel relieved. My name is Edward Oakes, and I also go by the Smooth Operator. My radio show is Unknown Volume 2, and you can catch me on Tuesdays, 6 to 8 on the rebelhd2.com.
Sunday Afternoon Jazz, which can be heard every Sunday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m., 7 hours of the best in contemporary smooth jazz from the 1950s to today. so I also add in some R&B, even some pop music that was well known along with the jazz, but I do put a lot of emphasis on the 80s and 90s more than anything else. But I do play a lot of mainly contemporary smooth jazz. My name is Sam Littman, and I have a show called Sunday Afternoon Jazz every Sunday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. And the website to listen is kunv.org/HD3.
UNLV recently held a debate match between the UNLV debate team and Brookings Mountain West. I took a look at the matchup. In partnership with Brookings Mountain West, the UNLV debate team held its inaugural The Great Debate, where representatives from the UNLV debate team and representatives from the Brookings Institution were able to argue idea and policy change, with the topic at hand being if the United States should adopt a single-payer national health insurance.
Fund the entire system with no additional cost. In fact, economist Gerald Friedman estimates that over 10 years, single payer would actually save the U.S. $9.6 trillion because of its
seen in human history. Would people be helped by single payer? Certainly, there would be benefits. Will people be harmed? Absolutely, because there are
Germans self-reported that because of the deductibles, the co-payments, and the massive confusion and complexity behind their multi-payer system, a third of them skipped unnecessary, essential treatment because they just couldn't afford it.
To say that under this scheme, approximately 125 million Americans who have employer-provided health care and are very happy with it will be forced at the point of a gun.
The UNLV debate team of Ember Smith and Jeffrey Horn adopted the affirmative position and why the U.S. should adopt a single-payer national insurance. The Brookings Institute team of Richard Reeves and John Hudak adopted the negative position on the argument and why the U.S. should not adopt a single-payer national insurance. Each team needed to not only know the knowledge of their own argument, but would need to be able to dissect their opponent's statements in a timely manner. The winner of the debate was decided by audience polling that took place after both teams were able to give their arguments. Following the announcement of the winners, audience members of the debate were given the opportunity to submit questions for a question and answer session for further knowledge on the topic. The winner was decided to be the UNLV debate team of Ember Smith and Jeffrey Horn, with 53% of the audience agreeing with the affirmative position. Recently, Smith and Horn were ranked as the 6th best individual debate team in the nation in the Fall 2018 National Coaches Poll. For Studio G, I'm Arturo Sanchez. Great job to UNLV's debate team. They're one hard team to beat.
We all knew UNLV was home to bright minds, but one student business owner is using his platform to make a difference in our local community, one piece of clothing at a time.
Just like everyone else, UNLV freshman Dylan Sangley goes to class and hangs out with his friends, but he is much more than the average student. He is a clothing designer and business owner. His company Designer sells trendy clothing and gives a percentage of their profits back to the homeless.
So I actually started with $40. With that $40, I invested all my profits back into the business. When I graduated from high school, like you said, I received 11 full-ride scholarships. UNLV offered to pay me to go here. With that money, I put money into my tuition, I put money into books and school supplies, and I put money into the business as well.
He recently visited Lewis E. Rowe Elementary School for their career day to speak to and inspire the young minds of the students.
My main vision was to inspire those around me in doing the same thing, but mostly inspire the youth, because the youth are our future leaders, and I just want to be there for them as a role model to them and a mentor, you know, so on their path of success, because on your path of success, there's going to be a lot of obstacles, but it's up to you to get through those obstacles and take action and really do what you want to do and do what you're passionate about.
And just like these students, Dylan started young.
Ever since I was in 3rd grade, I used to sell lollipops. I used to sell paper rings for a profit, and I'd come home every single day with $20 or more. And my mom would be kind of suspicious of where I would get the money. Eventually, she found out where I got the money from. I always had the entrepreneurial mindset. One day, I picked up my sister from school. We saw a few homeless men on the street, and my sister kind of had the perspective that a lot of people in our society have today, which is kind of turning the shoulder. But I didn't like that kind of mindset, because I see everyone as equal. So we actually stopped and we gave a few bags of clothing, which were in the back of my trunk, to the homeless men, and they were so happy. That experience made her realize what it means to give.
Dylan constantly shares his secrets to success to other young entrepreneurs. He offers this advice.
Take action, because there's no limits. The only thing is, a lot of young entrepreneurs look for so much advice. They look for the right platform. They look for other mentors. All that is great for the mindset. All that is great for you, your self-development. But all that stuff is actually procrastination. If you just start on what you're truly passionate about, then you'll be miles away.
This has been Meredith Hall for Studio G.
Dylan's downtown shop is unfortunately closed right now for renovations, but we will keep you posted as to when you can go down and check it out. To keep up with Dylan, follow him on Instagram at @dsanglay.
Do you use your credit card often? Well, look out. Smith's Supermarket is making a change that may have you thinking twice before walking into their store.
One of Las Vegas's popular supermarkets is going through a change that may affect future business.
Usually I shop with my cards, especially with my credit, because I'm trying to build that up, you know. So now what?
I think that's weird, because everyone in the world uses Visa cards, and for them to stop doing that, it's kind of a regressing point of action.
Kroger banned Visa credit cards in California back in August of 2018. According to Kroger's CFO, Visa has been misusing its position and charging customers excessive fees for a long time.
Is this going to keep you from going to Smith's now?
If I don't have cash, then so it's either I go to a place that can accept my card or not, you know.
Starting April 3rd, Smith's will no longer accept credit cards in Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. I'm Lorenzo Torino with Studio G.
Smith's has said that they will still take cash as well as Visa Debit, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover.
Stay tuned. When we come back, more information on Bonnie Springs closing up, and a close-up and personal with Kelsey West, the latest weather reporter, and more.
My show is called the Rebel Rock and Roll Radio Show. I'm on every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. playing the best rock music from each year. Started in the 50s and hopefully going up into the 1990s. I'm doing year by year. And I also play different genres that went along with the music itself, R&B, disco even when I get to that. My name is Sam Littman and my show is The History of Rock and Roll, the Rebel Rock and Roll Radio Show every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. And you can hear the show on therebelhd2.com.
The name of my show is 91.5 Jazz and More at Night. Our show is mainly about playing music that you're not going to find anywhere else in Vegas. On our show, we feature content that really incorporates a lot of discovery, so we showcase new musicians that might be undiscovered in the field of lo-fi, chill, hip-hop, jazz, and more. My name is Sam Mann, and my show is 91.5 Jazz and More at Night. You can listen to it on Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. until midnight on 91.5 FM, Las Vegas.
We have some breaking news for you this morning. We now know the date that the beloved Bonnie Springs Ranch is closing. This comes after a unanimous vote by the Clark County Planning Commission approving a housing development on the property. The development will consist of 20 custom homes, a motel, and a 5,400 square foot event barn. After its closing, all the animals will stay on the property and be taken care of by the new owners. Bonnie Springs was a staple to the Las Vegas community and will be missed. Now let's throw it to Cajadoros for the weather.
Hi everyone, I've got your weather update for today. So today for the high, it's 53, that's right now. Right now it's 53. The high today is going to be 62 with the low at 41. And today's going to be clear skies all day. So no clouds anymore. It's getting a little warmer today. All right, and then the forecast for this week. Today is Thursday. It's going to be super sunny today. Tomorrow is going to be a little cloudier. It's going to be about 65 degrees. Friday night's going to be about 45 degrees at the low. It's going to get warmer for the rest of the week. So Saturday is going to be about 70 degrees, and Sunday, St. Patrick's Day is going to be really beautiful. It's going to be about 74 degrees, and Monday is going to be the hottest day of the week at about 77. Right now, across the valley, it's pretty evenly temperature. So it's about 49 degrees in Centennial, a little colder, 45 in Summerlin. Southern Highlands and Green Valley are 53 degrees. Right now, around campus, it's about 54 degrees. In North Las Vegas, 52, and Nellis is 52. Henderson and Boulder City are also 52, so a little bit lower there. This morning it was a little cold. It was about 44 degrees on campus. Visibility was about 10 miles ahead, and wind speeds not as high as yesterday. It's a little lower today at 15 miles per hour, and the humidity is about 20%. And tonight it's going to be about 41 degrees. It's going to be a little cold. The wind chill is going to feel about 34 degrees. It's going to be a clear night tonight, and the wind speed is going to go down at about 7 miles per hour. And we just want to wish you guys a happy spring break. Today is our last day. Our next week is our spring break, so good luck on finals or midterms, and happy spring break. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kaja. When we come back, Jennifer sits down with Kelsey West, founder of the Unity Through Knowledge Historical Black College Tour.
It's Fresh Fridays. My show is a variety show. I offer the news a little bit as the Black Girl Cave, which gives a perspective between my sister, Janae Garlington, who's a counselor at UC Berkeley, and me, who's also a student at UNLV in the hospitality field, about what's actually going on in our culture as African Americans and keeping up on what's the freshest news. My name is Jamie G. My show is Fresh Fridays. You can listen to it every Friday at 5 here at the Rebel HD2.
The name of my show is Love Styles with Danny D, and I talk about love and relationships, the love songs. I'll do all genres of love, from like back to the 60s to today. That's basically what I like, and so I figured other people might like it too. My name is Danny D. My show is Love Styles with Danny D. You can listen to it on Sundays from 6 to 7 on therebelhd2.com.
Okay, I'll add that. Thank you for joining us live in Studio G. Today we're here with Kelsey West. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It's a pleasure to have you. He is the founder of the Unity Through Knowledge Historical Black College Tour, right? Yes. So tell me a little bit about that. How were you, coming about that? How was it established and founded and all of that?
It actually began here at UNLV. 25 years ago, I was a student here at UNLV. I'm a 96 graduate of UNLV. And I wanted to help students just explore the educational opportunities. I had a lot of friends who were going to HBCUs, and so I just wanted to help high school students explore options. And so here we are 25 years later, 2,000 students, and we're still making plans to help more students explore opportunities.
It's awesome that somebody, took the initiative to do that within our community. So tell us a little bit about your efforts. What exactly do you do, and what do you provide for these students?
What we do is we provide a spring break tour. So like this year, we're getting ready to leave April 13th through the 19th. We're taking 150 students to visit schools in Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. And so we're going to fly, we charter buses, we have the college tours, then we do nightly college prep workshops. This year, we're actually going to do a half-a-day teen empowerment conference plus cultural sightseeing. So that's our college tour, that's the tour, and then year-round we do workshops for the parents and students.
So it's, you know, well-rounded. It's not just about college, it's about them seeing everything.
It's about life. And so the tour focuses on HBCUs. But because I'm a running rebel, I still promote UNLV, I still promote CSN, I still promote Nevada State College, Reno. It's about promoting education.
So you talked to me a little bit about how you were a graduate from UNLV. So are you a native from Las Vegas?
No, I'm actually a native of Pontiac, Michigan.
Okay.
I had relatives. I was headed to the Air Force. And my cousin said, why don't you try UNLV? If you don't like UNLV, Nellis Air Force is here. I moved from Pontiac, Michigan to Las Vegas. The rest is history.
The rest is here.
The rest is history.
You're building it here.
I love Las Vegas.
Would you consider this your home?
Yes, I mean, for those who are watching from Michigan, don't hold it against me, but Las Vegas has been kind to me. I love Las Vegas, and I love UNLV, so this is a tremendous honor.
And I'm sure Las Vegas loves you too. So what made you, you know, be involved within this? Like, what was it that you kind of sat there and you were like, I need to do something about this?
The heartbeat of it, coming from Michigan to Las Vegas, they're two different worlds, two different cultures. And so I just want to help students understand where they're going. So there are a lot of students from Las Vegas who go out of state. And so I know from personal experience, once you arrive for freshman orientation, you can really be in a different world. And so that's a heartbeat of our program. It's just for students to see, what does Howard look like in DC? What does Grambling look like in Louisiana? What do these schools really look like in the community? So that's why.
Okay, so tell me how people can get involved. How can students reach out to you, and how they can be part of this amazing program?
Awesome. They can reach out to me 702-860-6638, or they can even visit our website, www.32ndstreet.us, 32ndst.us.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much for being here. That's unfortunately all of the time we have, but I hope people go out and check your website. So yeah, and well, thank you again for being here, and we're gonna throw it back to Arturo.
Las Vegas Metro is fighting an uphill battle when it comes to illegal prostitution in Las Vegas and starting to ask legislators for stronger laws to help in their struggle. Taxi drivers bring customers to various parlors around town that may have everything from the kitchen setup to condom containers. They are finding it hard to have victims testify for various reasons, but it makes it harder for them to identify. Violators start any kind of process and bringing them to justice. According to the Nevada Independent, the lobbyist Chuck Calloway for Las Vegas Police says we have identified that currently exists in the law a loophole that allows for a lack of better description franchises of slavery and human trafficking to occur. And the people that are running these businesses, it's very difficult under the language in the law to hold them accountable. That's all the news we have for you today. Maybe next week we'll look into the Momo and Cheese Face Challenge.
Well, either way, I hope that you guys go into the weekend and have a blast. And remember, we're off. It's spring break. I know some of them might, you know, still have some classes tomorrow, some midterms to take. But, you know, we just have to get through these days. And I hope you guys have a super safe spring break.
And that's all. Thanks for watching Studio G.